Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a quick little video about my penpal tracking system. I have these little tiny notebooks. You can get them at a bunch of different places. These two are from Dollar Tree, this one's from Michael's, and this one's from, I think, Barnes & Noble forever ago. And they usually come in like a 3-pack or a 2-pack. So I do all sorts of things with them. A lot of times I'll pull them apart so that I can actually make envelope books, which I'll do a video on. But when I don't use them for that, I'll actually use them for my tracking system because it just slips right inside. Let me zoom out really quick. This fits really nicely inside of my travel correspondence kit, and it's basically the size of an envelope or smaller. So it's really lightweight and easy to carry around, and if I need to, I can toss it in my purse. So this is very unsophisticated, all right? So I have two things in my tracking system because I want it to be all in one place, and I have this really random tracking sticker on there. But in the back, I have my addresses, okay? Now, when I fill up a page, I usually do 3 per page, and I'll show you this one because this address doesn't exist anymore. This is my sister's old address, but I do 3 on a page, and once it gets full, I just go to the next page. Okay, so I keep these in the back because there are fewer of these, and this gets added to less than what gets added to the front. Okay, now on the front I have my Happy Mail log, and what I do is I start with the month. Now, in the beginning, I didn't have a lot of people that I was writing to, so I have 2 months on the same page, and actually February carries over. But what I now do in my system, and I'm not going to show you guys my newest one because it does have more current information. This one's from last year. But I'll do a month for each page. So January will have a page, February, March, April, etc. And then I'll just, repeat once I get to a blank page. So what I do is I will put the name of the person that I have written to and the stationery that I sent them, okay? So I have lots of different stationery sets. I have lots of cards that repeat. Let me show you an example. Okay, so I have a whole set of these. I think they came in like a set of 20 or 25. I think I have a set of 8 of these, and then same with these. There's stickers in the way so you can't really see. Okay, so I don't like to send the same piece of stationery to one person more than once. I don't want to send, for example, my best friend Jill. I never want to send her the same piece of stationery twice. So what I'll do is I will put the name of the person. I'll kind of give a description of what card I sent them if I use a pre-made card or postcard. Now, if I kind of create my own, and actually, so for example, right here, this is actually stationery. I just wrote down the type of envelope. Okay, so I have a gold foiled envelope with the scallops. You guys may have seen that in my my giveaway video. I have a set that I'm giving away, and I didn't actually have a card that goes with this, but I did mark that I sent her that particular type of envelope, so she won't get that one again. You'll see here I sent somebody a handmade envelope, and I'm just writing that down so that I know they had this particular card on this particular month, and so I won't repeat that. I won't send them that card again. So what I try to do is, when I have a set of a lot of them like this, I'll put a whole set into my correspondence bag, and I'll try to send several people the same card within that month to kind of get rid of the set. And if I'm sending the same card to everyone that month, it'll use it up and I won't be able to repeat it accidentally later. Okay? Now the highlighted ones are where I've received a card or something from them. So for example, in January, I received mail from Jill, my pawpaw, and my Mimi. This is my grandpa and my grandmother. And you can see every time that I've highlighted, they've actually sent me something back. That is actually how I keep track of who has sent me mail. Now, I'm not the type of person who is going to get petty about it. You know, I'm not going to be that type of person like, well, you haven't sent me something, so I'm not going to send you anymore. Sometimes there's certain people that I send to every single month, and there's some people that I send to kind of like one off. And there's some people that I send to less frequently, and not because I want to send to them less frequently, but they always reply that they feel bad that they haven't sent something to me as frequently as I have sent something to them. So I just send things less frequently so that they don't feel bad. I don't really care that they're not sending to me as frequently, honestly. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them to feel like this is a negative experience or a chore. I very much understand that sometimes life happens and you have a month where you just don't get some mail out. And I'm totally fine with that. I frequently have people who will send me a direct message or Facebook message and say, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, and I do it too. I'll send people, oh, I owe you mail and I'm so sorry, I'm just a bit behind. But I honestly forget. I forget that someone has not sent me something. I don't keep track of it to keep track of what they are doing or not doing. I make sure that if someone has sent me mail and returned mail to me on a regular basis, it holds me accountable. It makes sure that I am being consistent with them and that I am replying to them consistently. So if it's someone, that I see consistently or never, returns mail to me, I also don't feel as bad. And I see, if someone has replied to me, that tells me that next month they are a priority. They are the people I'm going to reply to first. So if you have so much energy or you only have so much time every month, you want to kind of reply to the people first that have replied to you. And anyone else that gets mail after that, at least that's the way I look at it. Anyone that gets mail after that is just kind of a bonus. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope that this maybe helps you figure out a way that, is easy for your own tracking system. I like this because it's very, very minimal. It's very low maintenance. I can, like I said, toss it into my travel correspondence bag. And so when I am writing a letter on the go, I just jot down the person's name and the card that I sent them. Again, this is really for me so that I can keep track and make sure that I'm holding myself accountable to send things out. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of variations that you could do here. Now for me, like I said, I do it month by month. But what you might want to do is if you are corresponding with someone week by week, what you might want to do is, January week 1 and list what you do. January week 2, or maybe have a page for every week if that's how frequently you do it. Or let's say that you have more of like a crafty swap type exchange than an actual pen pal exchange. What you could do is, take a page where you kind of divide it and you put your deadline. So let's see, this is February. Okay. And so let's say I'm doing a swap, swaps, and I can put maybe the person that I'm sending it to, and then I can say the deadline. So let's say I need to send something by February 15th. I'm going to say person 1, person 2. I need to send something by February 23rd. And what you could do is you could kind of divide off your notebook here. And so if you've got swaps, you can do that at the top and then maybe list your letters down at the bottom. And maybe once you have actually mailed this. You could cross it off. I like to highlight to show that something's been complete, or you could even leave a space. Let's see, person 1, 2/15. You could put the date that you actually mailed. Let's say I mailed it on 2/14, and then you can put the tracking number there, you know. Person 2, 2/23. There's a couple of different options that you can do. Play around, see what works for you, and please excuse my serial killer handwriting. It's not very clear. I'm standing and writing in an awkward position, but figure out what works for you. Find a cute little notebook too that you're actually going to enjoy writing in, because it's, you know, you're going to carry it around with you. It's going to stick with you. Or create one yourself, decorate the cover. Traveler's notebooks are perfect for this, that little passport size. So if you've already got one of those, that's an excellent way to keep track. You can just add another notebook in there. So what I'd like you guys to do is leave a comment below about some suggestions that you could offer other people watching this video. Do you have a tracking system that you use that you found works really well? Or do you use something similar to this but you have some sort of modification? I would absolutely love to hear about how you guys track below, because like I said, I do something that's very, very minimal, and I've never actually really tried anything else, so I'm also even open to suggestions. So I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you in the next one, and happy writing!